Everything the living need to know about death. Dead bodies turn into soap and digest themselves. Mount Everest is strewn with over 200 corpses. Indonesians bury infants inside trees. Here are other disturbing death facts. 1. Eyeballs flatten shortly after death. To recreate the initial shape, morticians use eye caps. They are often placed under the eyelids of the dead. 2. People can experience an existential slap. That's when a person knows that their death is close. 3. After decapitation, a human head remains conscious. Activity in the brain lasts from 4 to 30 seconds. 4. A body can turn into soap. Adipocere is also known as corpse wax. It develops as the body decays. All that's left in the end is the skeleton covered in grayish-white soap. 5. Your own enzymes begin digesting you. The process kicks in within 3 days after death. When you are alive, your intestines secrete a thick layer of mucus. It's meant to protect the stomach from corrosive acid. After death, this process stops. Then the stomach tissue begins to corrode. 6. About 109 billion people have died in all of human history. That's about 14 dead for every living person. 7. Medical errors kill roughly 250,000 people per year. The number applies to the US alone. It's the third most common cause of death in the country. 8. Mount Everest is strewn with dead climbers. There are at least 200, possibly more. Before ascending, climbers sign a body disposal form. Their options after death are stay on the mountain, be sent home, or to Kathmandu for cremation. All options except the first one are quite expensive. That's why people choose to remain on Everest. Sometimes, retrieving a body is simply impossible. 9. People undress before dying from hypothermia. This phenomenon is called paradoxical undressing. Under extreme cold, our body produces a burst of heat. Up to 50% of hypothermia deaths are due to paradoxical undressing. 10. Crucifixion is still practiced. It's a rare method of execution in Saudi Arabia and Sudan. It's also a form of punishment in Iran. Prisoners are tied to a cross facing Mecca. They remain in this position for 3 days. If the prisoner doesn't die, he is released. 11. Drowning in salt water is scarier. It takes longer than in fresh water. Salt water pumps blood plasma from your circulatory system into your lungs, so you are actually drowning in your own fluids. 12. Iraq has a cemetery with 6 million bodies. Wadi as-Salam is the world's largest burial site. It covers about 1,480 acres. The cemetery has been around for 1,400 years. 13. In Indonesia, babies are buried in tree holes. The ritual is practiced on the island of Tanah Toraja. Eventually, the tree regrows around the baby. In the end, it absorbs it completely. 14. Males can experience a post-mortem erection. It's common for dead men who were executed, especially hanged. The noose presses on the cerebellum and causes an erection. 15. It's possible to die from overhydration. In 2007, a woman drank 6 liters in 3 hours. She threw up and died within hours. 16. There have been cases of dead women giving birth. It happens when gas accumulates in the abdominal cavity. They push the dead baby out. Are you scared?